wonderful good afternoon, student. Student, today we are going to learn a very important topic and you are very familiar about this topic because the topic is related with food. So, the topic name is components of food. What is components of food? What is meant by components of foods? How many components are there in food actually? So, one by one, these different types of components, these components also called as nutrients. So how many nutrients are there? And step by step, that all 5 nutrients study we are going to learn. That is carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Now let us we see about them, all of them one by one. So student, the food we consume provides energy to our body and enables it to grow, repair and maintain itself. How does food do all these functions? There are certain organic substances and minerals in our food called nutrients. It is important to know the role of these nutrients in our food and identify the type of food that provides these nutrients. So now we shall know about the various components of food and their role in keeping us fit and healthy. Because student, you know that everyone likes to be fit, fine and healthy. So let us see now. First component, that is carbohydrates. Student, carbohydrates are the main source of energy for our body. Related to this, we have seen in our first chapter, food, where does it come from? But now once again we have to see that carbohydrates are the main source of energy and that is very important for our body. Therefore, they are called energy giving foods because they are giving us energy. Student, these energy giving foods, there are many types of carbohydrates, but mainly there are 2 types of carbohydrates and the forms are sugars and second, that is starch. Sugars are simple carbohydrates found in the form of glucose and fructose. They have sweet in taste, they provide instant energy and the main source of sugar are glucose, cane sugar that is commonly called sugar, and fruits such as banana, papaya, mango and grapes. In that also sugars is present. That's why they are sweet in taste. Second one type of carbohydrate, that is starch. Starch is little bit complex carbohydrate. It is the reserve food material of plants. Plant stores energy in the form of starch. As you know very well that all the plants, they are storing the energy but only in the form of starch. And this pure starch is not having any taste. Those are tasteless and no smell, odorless, and white powder is there. Like this seems like a white powder, they are looking like a white powder, and it provides energy comparatively slowly than sugars. The major source of starch are wheat, rice, maize, bajra, potato and sweet potato. These are the examples of that starch one. So when we eat plant products containing sugar and starch, this sugar and starch are converted into simplest unit, glucose we can call to it, by the action of some of the enzymes. Okay student, so this is all about the carbohydrate. Second one, we have to understand about the fats. Fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. Food rich in fats are also called energy giving foods. Means carbohydrates and fats both are called energy giving foods. But fats giving more energy than the carbohydrates. Fats are obtained from plants as well as in animals. So ghee, oil, butter, milk, meat, etc. are some common food containing the fats. Nuts and some seeds also contain fats. That's why we are avoid to eat the fats product. Why? Because fats give much more energy than carbohydrates and it is more difficult for the body to digest fats. That's why excess fats are often stored as body fat and the fat stored in the body causes obesity. That's why the smaller children like you and at the age of 7th standard, 6th standard, 5th standard also facing the problem of obesity. So please, we have to maintain the habit not to eat more fats actually if we don't want to make us obese. Okay. Next one, after that we have to understand proteins. Student, food rich in proteins are called bodybuilding foods. These are necessary for the growth and repair of the body. That is why growing children, pregnant women, people recovering from the illness need more protein in their diet. Okay. So this protein, which is very very important, okay, this protein is present in all plants, some proteins, but groundnuts, beans, cereals, maize, wheat and pulses are the best sources of vegetable proteins. Then another one, milk, fish, meat, eggs are the main sources of animal proteins. So this protein help in digestion, body growth and tissue repair. That's why these proteins are called bodybuilding foods. Okay. So then after carbohydrate, fats, proteins, then after we have to understand about the minerals. Okay. So before that minerals, we have to see the vitamins. Okay. Vitamins are essential for the growth and maintenance of our body, student. Vitamins do not provide energy. Okay, they protect our body against diseases. They also help to keep our teeth and bones healthy. Vitamins are of different types. Our body requires vitamins A, C, D, E, K and B complex. Vitamin B complex is a mixture of several water soluble vitamins. So our body can make only two vitamins, vitamin D under the sunlight and K. So other vitamins must be present in our blood actually, in our food actually. Okay. So vitamins soluble in water are termed as water soluble vitamins, and while those soluble in oil, fat as terms as oil fat soluble vitamins. Okay student. So after this we have to see the last protein, last nutrients, that is minerals. Salts of certain metals, non-metals needed by our body for its normal functioning are collectively called minerals. Minerals help in the proper utilization of other nutrients in our body. Minerals such as copper, zinc, magnesium are required by our body in very small quantities. Those are not required in very high level of quantity, very small quantities. And some of the important minerals and their sources in our food and their functions are like that actually: iron, iodine, calcium, phosphorus, sodium and potassium, fluorine. So what is the functions? Irons for the formation of hemoglobin, which carries oxygen from lungs to the body cells. Iodine for the formation of protein called thyroxine, which controls the physical, mental and the overall development of our body. Calcium, you know very well that the main function of the calcium is what? For making our bones and teeth, helps in blood clotting also. Phosphorus helps in the formation of bones and teeth. Sodium and potassium helps in maintaining the body fluids in proper conditions. And fluorine mineral functions is for proper functioning of the nervous system, prevents the tooth decay. So these are all about the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. These all nutrients we should take in a balanced way, and that is called as balanced diet. So that we will see in the next topic. Okay students, so all of you understood these 5 types of nutrients or 5 types of components. Okay, so thank you for listening. Okay, goodbye.